So what we're going to talk about in this video is we're going to go through your different types of orders, buy and sell orders. So you've got 4 different types. So if I click on new order, you will see that when it goes to market execution and we go to pending, we see 4 types: buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. So I'm going to cover these, what they are, the difference between them and when you're going to use them. First of all, let's look at the buy orders. You've got 2 types. You've got a buy stop and a buy limit. So if the price is below your entry price, then use a buy stop. So if we want, this is our entry price here, we want the price to go through, trigger us now, and enter us into a buy trade, we use a buy stop. So we want to break through. So for breakouts, we use a buy stop, and then vice versa, sell stop for the downside. If, for example, the price is up here, we want it to come down, collect our order, and then go long, and then give us a buy trade, we use a buy limit. So it comes down, hits our order, and then goes off again, and we're triggered into a buy trade once it hits this level here. So these are 2 types of buy orders: buy stop and buy limit. The next one we've got is a sell stop and sell limit. So again, same thing, just the opposite. If we want the price to come and break through this price and trigger us once it breaks through and keep selling, we want a sell stop, as you see here. If we want the market to rise, hit our order and then sell, yeah. So for example, if the market was trading down here and we want to enter here, so we need the market to come up, hit our price and then sell off, we want to use a sell limit, yeah. So it comes up, hits our price and then sells off, and that's a sell limit. Alright, so back to our charts. What I'll do is I'll place a couple of orders on here really quickly for you to see. So at price, we're currently trading pound dollars trading at 1.35 thereabouts, 1.35.14. So let's say I decide that I want to have a buy limit. The buy limit order would have to go underneath, below. It would have to go. So we're going to put it around here. Say at 1.35.10. Let's actually 35.10 may be too close. So let's do 35.05. So I could just tap that in, and it changes. I can put stop loss and take profit in now if I want, or I can put it in after. So I hit place, and I've got a buy limit here. The market needs to come down and hit that. If I double click now, I can put in my stop loss and my take profit. So I want a stop loss below, say at 1.3496. 1.3496, and let's say I want to have a take profit, say at 1.3535. So I'm going to put it 1.3535, then I hit modify. Now I have my entry, now I've got my stop loss, and now I've got my take profit. That will only trigger me, enter me in the trade, should that come down and hit my order. If it doesn't, then of course I want nothing to do with it. It doesn't trigger me and it hasn't cost me anything, and then I can simply right click here and delete the order if I want. I can modify it if I want to change it again by clicking here and then just adjusting the numbers. Or what I can also do as well is I can move this, just drag it on the screen and move it up and down however I want it as well. Also, the other thing that we can do, even though the order's not been triggered, I can right click and go to trailing stop, and I can put in, say for example, a 2-pip trailing stop. And now when the market hits, if it triggers and rallies, it will trigger in automatically my trailing stop and start trailing behind my price without me having to do anything. The next order I'm going to put in is we're going to stick to the buy for the time being and do a buy stop just to see the difference. So if it's a buy stop, for example, I can't enter the buy stop down here because it's below the price. I need to go up and break through. So for this example, let's say I want to put my buy stop at 1.3530. 1.3530, and then what I can do, in the other example we added it later, if I add it now at this particular moment in time, so let's say I go to 1.3515 as my stop loss, and then my take profit, let's say I want my take profit up here at 1.356, let's say 60. Just for this example, hit place. I've got 2 types of orders, a buy limit and a buy stop, and it tells me this is the deal ticket number, the type of deal it is, and then I can see here how much volume I'm doing, which is 2 lots. Yeah, hope that makes sense. So I can go ahead and just right click and just delete the whole order by right clicking anywhere, and that's done. I won't go into the sell side of it because it's the exact same thing but the reverse. It'll just make the video long-winded and most of you will turn off. I know I probably would as well. So one or two things just quickly just to wrap up with this video. Let's say for example I decided to buy right now. What I can do if I don't have a stop loss in place, and I'll just open up terminal so you can see that that order's in the market. Yeah. So what I could do now at this point here, if I so want, I can just click on the screen line here where the deal has been entered at, and just drag it down. If I want my stop loss here, for example, and then you can see to the left hand side it tells me how many pips and so forth. So 165 is 16.5 pips because the extra digit on the 5-digit platform. And as you can see here, now I have a stop loss in place, and down here below it shows. Now there's no take profit as we can clearly see from looking here and here, but should I click on this again and drag it to the upside, and you look left hand side again, let's say I wanted for example a 30 pip take profit. There you go, there's 30 pips there as you can see, and now I've got a take profit in place. So now I've got everything in place. Click here and put in a trailing stop, or I can just right click here again and put in a trailing stop. So you'll find you can do most things more than one way to do it. There's more than one way to do most activities here, just like with your MS Office and Word and so forth. But also you'll find as well that a lot of it is right click. So if I right click now, trailing stop, 1.5 pips. This is not a setup, so I don't know what it's going to do, but should it continue to rally, we'll see it chase our trailing stop. We'll see our trailing stop follow behind it. I want to sell it, just say at this price here. All I'll do is just right click and press sell limit. When it comes up, it will trigger. And it's the same thing here. If I wanted to put in, say for example at this point, a buy limit, I can right click and select buy limit. Now we can't do that with a buy and a sell stop, only with a buy and a sell limit. That's the only thing that we can do it with. Yeah. And these orders, because they're not live, they're not been triggered yet, they're not active, they sit here below as orders waiting to open. Now to close these orders is going to be very easy. Again, I can right click and delete, or I can simply come down here and start deleting. So if I delete and delete, now it's gone. The only thing I've got left in the market is this particular trade here. Now you can see as well that it's going yellow where it says stop loss. That's because we have a trailing stop and it's getting ready to start trading my price should the market make that move. So our trading stop was set at 1.5 pips, so it may or may not move. There you go, now you see it's moving. So if we get a push further to the upside, you'll see it follow behind. So I'm just going to watch this for a minute, but if it goes on long, I'll cut the video so you don't have to watch it, but I want you to see it trail if it does trail behind it. So it works in step increments. Trailing stops, just so you know, they're great for when you're looking to close out the position and you just want to ride the rest of the move. But there you can see that automatically it's trailed it and it's taken me out on that particular trade. The two orders that are closed had no profit. This one had £16.27 profit, and also I've earned $10 in rebate from the two lots. Yeah, remember, the more lots you do, the more rebate you earn. If I open a 10 lot position, then I made $50 for that one trade, regardless of the profit. So look, I hope that helps. I hope it makes sense, and I hope it makes your trading a lot easier. Any questions? Simply give me a call, send me an email, or speak to your trader coach or account manager, and they'll be able to go through with you the various different things that or cover anything that you need or answer any questions that you have. So we'll wrap it up there. Remember to like and subscribe so you can get more videos, and look out for the other videos that will be coming out. We're looking to do a few videos just to make sure that everything that you do makes a lot more sense and works out easier for yourselves and also for us. If you're making money, we're making money, everybody's happy, and that's the key here. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like and subscribe.